Okay, so I'm pretty sick right now, and my nose will not stop. Oh my gosh. So hopefully I can get through this. So, dear Lord, help me, Jesus. All right, so, oh boy. I pray my nose settles down for like at least 10 minutes. So, in my last video, I kind of talked about the dream about my. Okay, I'll go back into that. So, I had a dream about my dad being in the car with me and he was driving, and you know how the lights were off on the dash and how it showed completely off, like no gas at all, but there was no lights or anything. And now I get it more now. It means the battery is dead, okay? And I mentioned how I blacked out at the gym. I didn't work out or anything. I was just going to get warm in the sauna, and I ended up blacking out when I came out. And then realizing, I'm kind of coming to the end of this. Like, I can't go on for much longer. Like, I already known this, like what I've been doing, trying to survive in my car, like, especially with the winter, and just not having any more to go. Like, I've been out of money for too long at this point, but, it's just like, and so in the dream, my dad's driving my car, and he's, like, getting pissed at this black van in front of us, like, just, like, honking the horn and, like, getting really close to the bumper because there's obviously something blocking movement forward, right? And so, anyways, this morning, okay, so I was sleeping in my car, and it was well below freezing. It was cold, and so that day I had just been really woozy, and I blacked out at the gym, right? Well, I got in my car, and I didn't realize this. I left my car lights on. So, like, all night, I'm just like a beaming light bulb in the parking lot with my lights on. And so when I was about 10, 11 o'clock at night, I started hearing this ticking sound, and it was like right by my ear, and I thought it was somebody outside. I thought it was somebody outside doing something, but it was really irritating. It was like tick, 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 but I didn't realize it was actually it had to do something with my battery, like it was about to go out. But I just kept hearing this tick, tick. It was so annoying. And then it ended up getting even faster, right? And it did that for hours. So, that night I didn't realize that my phone died and my car died. Okay, my car blacked out, my phone blacked out, I blacked out, everything was out. But I didn't know any of this. So I was waiting for this though, because I was like, I'm gonna keep doing this. Because God's favor is on it right now, because I don't even know how I'm able to do this. So I'm just gonna keep doing it until it blacks out, right? Then I know the season is shifting, because sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So that is good. And the tick, tick, tick was reminding me that time is up. Okay, so this is true for a lot of this, like, coming to the end of the year, and different people's situations right now also correlate with this, that there's a shift to the season, that time is up, whatever. Time is up. Basically, time is up. God is going to bring vindication. God is going to bring retribution. That just came to me. And he's settling matters that have been in the waiting, things that have been in the waiting. No more waiting, right? God's putting pressure on people. God's lifting pressure off of people. There's movement. There hasn't been movement, and there's been this period, but tick, 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 boom. Okay, time is up. That is what I am sensing. That's what woke me up last night, and I just, because I couldn't sleep, I just started praying, and that's what I really felt. Tick, tick, boom. The wait is over. My gosh, my nose. And so I started getting sick because it obviously was cold. But this was what's funny. So I didn't know any of these things. I wake up and I hear a knock on my window, and it's my dad. Okay. He said he couldn't sleep, and he wanted to make sure I was doing okay. And this is the first time they caught me. But he came up. He's like, "Can I take you home?" I'm like, Daddy, go home. You don't need to do that. I mean, I can drive home if I need to. But he's like, can I drive you home? And can I at least warm your car? So I gave him my keys. And then he was not able to start the car. I'm like, oh, it's dead. It's dead. And then it was my dad. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so like connected to the dream that I had. It's weird. But when I got in the truck with him to go home, as we were driving back, I noticed a white van. So in my dream, it was a black van. I think I accidentally said truck in my last video, but it was a big van. And it almost looked like a car, like you could kidnap someone, and the Lord's been highlighting kidnapping too, which is basically like the enemy trying to kidnap the blessings that God's wanting to give his people. How he does that through us giving up, doubting, getting out of alignment, things like that. So I was determined to just keep on waiting as long as I could. Right. And I still am. God's going to provide. And if he says it's time for things to shift, he's going to do that in whatever way he's going to do that. But anyways, it just shows you how God really does provide, because I wasn't even expecting my dad to show up. My dad didn't even know that my car went dead and my phone went dead. Everything went dead. He didn't know any of these things. And then he just showed up at my window, ready to take me home. We both didn't know. And so it was just really cool. And where I was parked in an area where I'd have to walk pretty far to get to anywhere. And it was really cold. So God really is looking out for us, for sure. Right? He really is. So I love it that it is now there's a push there's been a shift, and God is changing things up now, and your Father is right there watching over you. So when you're in alignment, the provision, the protection, the guidance, it's there. It's there, baby. It's there, honey. So, but back to what I was saying with the white. So when we were driving back, I noticed a white van, and it had YS on it, like yes. Okay, like a yes, okay? So it went from seeing that black van in the dream to now a white van. And that goes back to my word about black and white, and between, what God approves of and what God doesn't approve of, right? And there's been a shift to where, like, things are good now. Things are in alignment, and you're going to be seeing yeses now instead of nos. And there's a breakthrough for different situations that you may be in, or people that you're standing for. There's breakthrough now. So anyways, it's just so cool. And then the moment I came home, my dad was like immediately like, you can watch a movie, because he realized how sick I was, and to watch a movie. And so and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be watching Joe versus the volcano. And so then immediately I got to watch that. So I was like, I didn't even think I was going to be able to watch that for a while. But I just finished watching it, and oh my gosh, now I completely understand. Okay. Especially with the word that I did, the stuff that I was talking about really connects with the movie. And the Lord had me write down peace treaty with a cross on it. So I was trying to see where I saw that in the movie, because I haven't seen the movie in a really long time. Kind of forgot, actually. So it was really interesting. But the peace treaty with the cross, okay, so Joe versus the volcano, there was this treaty that they had, right? This agreement, right, that they came to, that Joe would jump into the volcano to appease the so-called fire god, right, so that the island wouldn't be destroyed. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. But what we see here is sacrifice. Joe was willing to sacrifice his life, right? And so basically the cross is exactly what Jesus did. He appeased the wrath of God through his sacrifice. And so Jesus really was the one that jumped in that volcano, right? Um, he did, but he defeated it. Um, he resurrected. He came back up, and so you see that with Joe, because he ends up jumping in with the girl as well. But then the volcano just throws them back out, right? So they jumped in, right? There was that sacrifice, but then came that resurrection. So that's what it's like being born again. Like you die to yourself, right? But then there's this resurrection. You have a whole new life. And that's exactly what the girl says to Joe. She's like, or Patricia is her name. You have a whole new life. You have all of your life ahead of you now. You thought this was the end, but it wasn't. There's actually a whole new life. So there you go. So then there's peace. There's peace now in this new life. So when you're running from God, there isn't peace. Like Jonah, he didn't have there wasn't peace. There was a storm that followed him right while he was running away. Right? There was a storm. And in the storm, that's where we learn where the peace comes from. And just like the disciples, right? When Jesus said, peace be still to the storm when they were on the boat. And then it's also in the movie where there was a storm, right? So where is that peace coming from? How do you get that peace? You don't run from God. You run to God. Because who is Jesus? He's the Prince of Peace. So you go to the Prince to get it. That's where it comes from. Okay, God's peace. True peace, real peace. Peace at last. So, yeah. So, anyways. Oh my gosh, this is bad. But it was really beautiful. And, yeah, it just connected with so many things personally in my life and how God's showing things moving in my life personally. But I know everybody's stories are different, everybody's situations are different. So this is just encouragement to you to keep pressing in and just know that God will show you, He will highlight to you when the season is shifting, because things will close, things will black out. And that's your signal, honey. The times are a changing. There's a new direction we are going now. Hallelujah. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. Finally. This is the last day of 2025, and hopefully I won't be sick anymore. Because I'm feeling it. Oh gosh. But anyways, yeah. I think that's all I was going to talk about. So have a good, happy New Year.